Hello everyone, good afternoon. This is your session for weekly current affairs of geography, environment, science and technology. I'm Surbhi Sardana and we'll be covering current affairs right from August 24 to August 31. Let's see, देखते हैं कि कौन कौन से ऐसे टॉपिक्स हैं इन तीन सब्जेक्ट से जो हमें अपने एग्जाम के लिए कवर करने की ज़रूरत है. So first of all, in the chat section, just let me know if you can hear me properly, if I'm audible and if the video is clear. All right. So there are basically four topics that we will be covering today. Yes, Shreyans, yes, okay, good afternoon. So four topics we'll be covering today. The first one is a very important disease. It's a genetic disease. It's called sickle cell disease या sickle cell anemia के नाम से इसे जाना जाता है. The second one is Earth Ganga model or Earth Ganga initiative and World Water Week. The third is Bhitarkanika National Park and the fourth one is Artemis 1 mission of NASA. This was in news. Also, this initiative runs in coordination with our website and this initiative sees the mains daily answer writing practice भी इस initiative के साथ coordination में चलता है. So there would be a topic that we are taking today, Earth Ganga initiative, Earth Ganga model हम discuss करने वाले हैं. उस पर एक mains के लिए question है. वीडियो ख़त्म होने के बाद आप इस पर आंसर कर सकते हैं. द लिंक इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन विल टेक यू टू आवर वेबसाइट एंड यू कैन प्रैक्टिस मेन्स आंसर राइटिंग फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन एंड आवर टीम विल evaluate your answer entirely free of cost and respond back to you with their feedback. The question is the Director General of the National Mission for Clean Ganga spoke about Earth Ganga. What is the Earth Ganga model? Explain its key features and answer in 150 words. तो बहुत ही simple सा question. It's a very simple question and a very small question. So let's start first of all with the sickle cell disease. This was a recent news on the website of World Health Organization. African health ministers launched drive to curb sickle cell disease toll, and this is a news from 23 August 2022. So it is seen that 66% of the patients of sickle cell disease या sickle cell anemia अफ्रीका में लाई करते हैं. In India also we have a lot of patients. हमारे पास काफ़ी सारे missions हैं, काफ़ी initiatives हैं to tackle sickle cell anemia or sickle cell disease. Let's see what this disease is. See, basically जो आपका blood flow होता है, the kind of blood, the blood that you have in your body contains RBCs or red blood cells. See, a normal red blood cell would look like this. It will be disc shaped. If this is clear to you, you can see that here it is a whole kind of a thing and it is a solid disc shaped RBC. Now RBCs contain hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a kind of protein which takes oxygen from one part of your body to other parts of your body. So role of RBCs in transporting oxygen which is vital for your survival is very important. What happens in sickle cell disease is the normal hemoglobin which is produced in someone's body, it becomes actually abnormal, and due to that abnormal hemoglobin, the shape of this RBC, it changes from disc shaped to C shaped. It becomes a C-shaped RBC and this is also known as sickle. Sickle basically farmers का एक tool होता है. Sickle is basically a tool of farmers and on the name of this is known as sickle RBC, sickle shaped RBC. And अगर किसी की body में ये सारे जो RBCs हैं ये ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं, if the number of RBCs or the shape of RBCs is like this, then such RBCs can have a deteriorating impact on patient's health, on a human being's health. Why can they have a deteriorating impact? First of all, let's look at this diagram. So here is your normal RBC and this is your sickle cell RBC. Just look here, inside we have small dots, gold dots है अंदर इस side पर, and here we have cornered things. So when in a blood vessel, these RBCs are moving because they are round in shape. ये round shape में है, so they can easily pass through both the vessels. अगर बीच में कोई cross section भी आता है, वहाँ से pass कर जाती है. So these RBCs, disc shaped RBCs, can easily pass through the blood vessels without getting damaged. While if the shape of RBC becomes like this, C shaped हो जाती है, then these cannot easily pass. They will get obstructed here and there and they will die out very soon. This is the concept, because they cannot pass through these blood vessels. ये बहुत जल्दी मर जाते हैं, बहुत जल्दी ख़त्म हो जाते हैं. Normally the time period for which red blood cells stay in your body, एक red blood cell आपकी body में 120 days तक रह सकता है. One red blood cell has the lifespan of 120 days in your body, after which those red blood cells die out and new red blood cells are generated. But if the RBC becomes of C shape or sickle shape, because of this friction and these accidental flow, these cells, they can be alive only for 20 days, from 120 to 20 days. So RBCs अगर ज़्यादा जल्दी die out हो रहे हैं, if RBCs are dying out at earlier time as compared to before, what will happen? There will be lesser RBCs. Body उतना generate नहीं कर पाएगी. The body will not be able to generate as much RBCs as are required. The death rate of RBCs exceeds the birth rate of RBCs. So what happens? There is lesser red blood cells, lesser hemoglobin and lesser oxygen transportation in the body. So this results in sickle cell anemia, and it has many side effects. It has many side effects because a person might have anemia, might have chest pain, might feel weakness and eventually die. So this is a very big problem for the government. One thing that you have to remember from here is that sickle cell anemia is inherited disease. ये communicable disease नहीं है, it passes on from parents to the children. So early detection is very much required, early detection and treatment is required, otherwise a person can die out of this disease. There is a Unmukt project of government. It is being implemented by the central government to strengthen screening and timely management of sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia के जो patients हैं उनको timely recognize करने के लिए and उनके disease को management या treatment provide करने के लिए उन्मुक्त project है government का. So this was about your sickle cell disease. This basically is known as hemoglobinopathy. That a different type of hemoglobin is released which makes disc-shaped RBCs into C-shaped RBCs. So this was about your sickle cell disease. It has been in news for quite a while. The government of India has also come out with many initiatives to fight such diseases. Now before moving further, just let me know in the comment section if there are any doubts regarding this. The second topic is Arth Ganga. What is Arth Ganga initiative and why is it important for our exam point of view? See, there is this National Ganga Council. National Ganga Council, basically it is headed by Prime Minister of India. Prime Minister of India is the head of National Ganga Council. National Ganga Council Ganga River से या Ganga River Basin से associated सारे decisions लेते हैं. They take decisions because Ganga as a river is very important for our survival, for the survival of our country, for the economic development of our country, for the survival and livelihoods both. So protecting Ganga has been aim of this particular government. Earlier governments were also doing it, but since there is more of sewage waste disposal in Ganga and there is discharge of affluents in Ganga. So clean river Ganga initiative was taken by the government and ये बहुत ही important body है आपके exam point of view से. So this initiative is related to Ganga river development. So basically in 2019 this Arth Ganga model came up for the first time. Basically ये एक नए तरीके का model है. Earlier what we were saying, we were talking about clean Ganga. Ganga को साफ कीजिए because that is a very important river for our survival. Now the initiative is moving from clean Ganga to Arth Ganga. Arth represents economy. So Arth Ganga is related to economic development of the river, the development of the river so that it helps our economic benefits also. Economic growth में भी help करे, आप river को ऐसे develop कीजिए. So I hope the concept is clear. Recently World Water Week was held. What is World Water Week? We'll see in a while. In that conference, Director General of National Mission for Clean Ganga spoke about this Arth Ganga initiative or Arth Ganga model. So it is basically a shift from Namami Gange or Clean Ganga to the model of Arth Ganga. What will be the focus? Basically, they say that Ganga river के आसपास जो भी activities हो रही हैं, whatever activities are being carried out around Ganga river, they should contribute at least 3% to our GDP. At least 3% of the GDP should be coming from the Ganga basin itself, economic growth में help करे, and it seeks to use economics as the bridge between people and the river. That people will be so much dependent on the river in such a symbiotic relationship with the river that the development of river actually uplifts people out of poverty. So now there are 6 features under the Arth Ganga model. इसी पे based हमारा seize the mains question भी है आज के लिए. The first feature is zero budget natural farming. See, ये गंगा के आसपास के जो भी areas हैं, this is the map that PIB has given us. So areas surrounding Ganga, they should be focusing on zero budget natural farming. Zero budget means where you are not buying anything from outside. Zero budget natural farming means जो zero budget में 0 rupees investment के साथ carry out की जा सके. For example, if fertilizer has to be put in, अगर seeds या fertilizers put in करने हैं तो fertilizers कहाँ से आएंगे, manure कहाँ से आएगा? Cow dung should be used as fertilizer, so you're not buying any fertilizer. So that will actually promote organic farming in the country. It will improve the health of people, and since it is zero budget, it will become economical for the farmers in the long run. So the first feature in this is that the areas in the Ganga river basin should be promoting zero budget natural farming. It involves chemical free farming on 10 kilometer on either side of the river. पूरे basin में नहीं, but up to 10 kilometers on either side of the river. And the promotion of cow dung as fertilizers through the Gobardhan scheme. So this is the first feature. The second one is treating waste. Now if you know cities or towns which are around Ganga river के आसपास जो cities या towns हैं, उनका waste product भी तो कहीं जाएगा. And the easiest way to dispose of waste, the worst way but the easiest way is to put it back into the river, put it in the river. So basically जो areas around river हैं उनके sewage waste को और sludge को treat करने की बात की गई है. Basically monetization and reuse of sludge and wastewater. What do we want to use this wastewater for? For irrigation, for industries, for revenue generation of urban local bodies. Probably जो household का water waste है या जो sewage waste है, that can act beneficial for some kind of industries after some treatments. So that's how that wastewater can be converted into productive water rather than putting it back into the river and polluting Ganga. It is better that we use it for some industries. A lot of planning will be required, a lot of planning is being carried out, but this is the second feature of Arth Ganga. The third one is livelihood generation opportunities. Livelihood generation opportunities means that people who are staying around Ganga, people who have livelihoods dependent on Ganga, their livelihood should be, their monthly income or income should be increased so that they can sell local products, medicinal plants and Ayurveda. In 3 चीज़ों को promote किया जाएगा. These 3 things will be promoted: the local products, medicinal plants and Ayurveda, so that people can have better economic opportunities, अच्छी economic growth हो सके इन लोगों की. The fourth one is increase public participation in protecting the Ganga river by increasing synergies between the stakeholders involved with the river. The polluters, the preservers, everybody should come in together, increasing participation of people who are staying around this river. The fifth one is promote the cultural heritage and tourism of Ganga. Now if you have to promote tourism in some river, there can be many activities. बहुत सारी sports activities हैं जो कि carry out की जा सकती हैं. They will support the local people a lot because these are high paying activities. आप ये जो activities हैं इनके लिए ये highly paid होती हैं. So promoting the cultural heritage and tourism through boat tourism, adventure sports and conducting yoga activities. Ganga Ghats par ab yoga activities on various events can be carried out, and this can improve the tourism industry and also help us preserve the cultural heritage of this river. The sixth one is promote institutional building. So that is a very important point. By empowering the local administration, जो local government है उसको strong करके institutional building strong की जाए, so that Arthaganga initiative can be taken forward so that the river can be protected. Now this was about Arthaganga initiative. ये जो Arthaganga की बात की गई है, it was talked about at the World Water Week. Now what is World Water Week? We'll see in a while. If you see that water is becoming a commodity. Water एक natural resource था, everybody had right to open water, everybody had it. But because it is becoming more and more scarce with time, हमारे पास जो fresh water availability है, which we actually need for our daily usage or for agriculture, that is becoming lesser and lesser with time. So now what we are doing is we are paying highly for water, whether it is through the drinking water bottles that we buy or through the bills, the water bills that we give as on a monthly basis. There are many countries in the world which are facing a water crisis. India is already a water stressed country. India में water stress बहुत ज़्यादा है. Per capita availability of water is below average in India according to WHO standards. So World Water Week basically it aims to bring all the stakeholders together. एक conference की जाती है हर साल in the last week of August. It is carried out in the last week of August every year. So this year it is being carried out from 23rd August to 1st September of 2022. And the theme, if you are appearing for any exams, state civil services or any other exams, this theme is going to be very important. So it is seeing the unseen, the value of water. So this was the basic theme of your World Water Week. So here it is, here all the stakeholders come together and they explore new ways of mitigating the climate crisis which is caused by water shortage, challenges of water scarcity, and to tackle the water crisis and its links to problems of health, food security, biodiversity and climate change. Basically organize कौन करता है? It is organized every year in Sweden by Stockholm International Water Institute. So basically it draws the attention of the world. A lot of leaders go there, बहुत सारी conferences, बहुत सारे research papers out होते हैं, and all leaders come together and discuss their sides of the story. So it draws attention of the global leaders, it draws attention of the world towards the water crisis so that it can be prevented at the earliest. Now the next topic is Bhitarkanika National Park or Bhitarkanika mangroves. If you have any doubts regarding these two topics, let me know in the chat section. Alright, so now the next topic is about Bhitarkanika National Park or Bhitarkanika mangroves. So Bhitarkanika में एक बहुत ही important crocodile species रहती है, that is the salt water or brackish water or marine crocodile. So that is of very much importance to us. Recently there was a report that has Odisha's Bhitarkanika reached a saturation point for its estuarine crocodiles. एक्सपर्ट्स से येस कि यहाँ पर जो भी क्रोकोडाइल स्पीशीज़ हैं जो कि सर्वाइव करते थे उनका सैचुरेशन पॉइंट आ चुका है एंड नाउ नो मोर क्रोकोडाइल्स विल बी अकोमोडेटेड देयर एंड इफ मोर क्रोकोडाइल्स आर इंक्रीज, अगर ज़्यादा क्रोकोडाइल्स बढ़ते हैं देन इट विल लीड टू ह्यूमन एनिमल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. नाउ लेट्स लुक एट द लोकेशन ऑफ Bhitarkanika. दिस इज योर ओडिशा कोस्ट. द थिंग दैट यू सी इन ब्राउन हियर इज योर ओडिशा कोस्ट. And here coastal area पर, here you have the Bay of Bengal. This is the Bhitarkanika National Park. Coastal Odisha में Bhitarkanika National Park is located. यहीं पे आपकी गहीर माथा बीच भी है जहाँ पर olive ridley turtles breeding करते हैं. And here nearby you have the Abdul Kalam Island which is very important from defense point of view. यहाँ पर हमारी missiles test होती हैं. So these are located very much nearby. So Bhitarkanika National Park is located on Odisha coast. It is something that you have to remember that it is the second largest mangrove ecosystems of India. It is basically a network of creeks and canals which are inundated with rivers. As you can see, बहुत सारी canals आ रही हैं, rivers आ रही हैं, creeks हैं इधर बहुत सारी. It is not continuous. So it is a network of creeks and canals which are inundated with waters from rivers Brahmani, Baitarni, Dhamra, Patashala, forming a unique ecosystem. बेसिकली सैलाइन वाटर है, मरीन एरिया है, ओशियन के साथ टच करता है. सो देयर इज सॉल्ट वाटर एंड सॉल्ट वाटर क्रोकोडाइल थ्राइव्स हियर विच इज endangered. So as you can see in this picture, this is a saltwater crocodile of the Bhitarkanika National Park. Now before moving further, let's see what types of crocodiles are found in India. Basically 3 टाइप के crocodile मिलते हैं इंडिया में. The first one is the mugger और marsh crocodile. Basically mugger और marsh crocodile का जो IUCN status है, it is vulnerable. It does look like an alligator. Alligator जैसा दिखने वाला crocodile है and it is very much feared also. So it is listed in CITES Appendix 1 and its habitat is that it is freshwater crocodile. Since it is a freshwater crocodile तो coastal areas में नहीं मिलेगा because there is less availability of fresh water in coastal areas, so it will be found in rivers. So what are the areas where it is found? It is found in Middle Ganga area, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chambal River of Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh and in Gujarat. The next one is estuarine or saltwater crocodile. This was the crocodile that is available in Bhitarkanika National Park that we were talking about. This crocodile is also known as man eater. कि इंसान खा जाता है. That's why human beings are very much afraid of it and they tend to kill this crocodile as soon as they see it or if they are if they encounter it. So considered to be Earth's largest living crocodile species, native to saltwater habitats and brackish wetlands. IUCN status least concerned है and CITES के Appendix 1 में आता है. In the previous century, the number of these crocodile was so less that breeding had to be carried out. Even now, they are not allowed to breed in water itself. So what the environmentalists do is they take their eggs and जब 4 साल के हो जाते हैं या 4 महीने के थोड़े जब बड़े हो जाते हैं crocodiles, then they are released into the water so that predators इनको आके खाना ले. As you can see here, 38 baby crocodiles released in Bhitarkanika National Park. So as you can see, the small crocodile was released and because eggs can be eaten by bigger sized predators. So to protect them, a lot of initiatives were carried out and अब इनका IUCN status least concerned है. So it is found throughout the east coast of India because salt water है. So if you see, east coast is touching the ocean. So throughout the east coast you can find these crocodiles, especially in the Bhitarkanika National Park. The third one and the very important one is घड़ियाल. इसका status is like critically endangered. Critically endangered को सबसे ज़्यादा protection मिलती है. So critically endangered is the status Wildlife Protection Act के Schedule 1 में आता है, CITES के भी Appendix 1 में आता है and CITES Appendix 1 represents that trade for this species cannot be carried out. Commercial trade नहीं हो सकता. This species cannot be used for economic activities. कुछ गवर्नमेंट्स की परमिशन होगी तभी इस स्पीशीज़ को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ले जाया जा सकता है. फॉर कमर्शियल पर्पजेस यू कांट ट्रांसपोर्ट इट इंटरनेशनली. सो इट इज़ नोन एज घड़ियाल और द गेवियल और द fish eating crocodile. It doesn't eat human beings, it just eats fishes. So it has a very long snout, if you can see in the picture. If the picture is clear, it will be visible that it has a very long snout. And ghadiyal is found only in some areas, especially 2 sanctuaries, Chambal Sanctuary of Rajasthan and Katarnia Ghat Wildlife Sanctuary of Uttar Pradesh. So this was about your Bhitarkanika National Park and the crocodiles which are found in India. Now the last topic for today is our NASA's Artemis mission. This will be a long topic. I'll tell you what is Artemis mission all about and Artemis 1 क्या है. Before moving further, let me know if you have any doubts regarding the previous topic in the chat section. Sumit, IUCN status basically इंटरनेशनल यूनियन फॉर कंजर्वेशन ऑफ नेचर एंड नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज ये एक बुक रिलीज़ करते हैं, दैट इज़ नोन एज द रेड डेटा बुक. What they do is that they make a list of animal and plant species और bird species also, animal, birds and plants. इन तीन species की list आती है and they categorize these animals and birds, animal, birds and plants according to the threat that they have. For example, घड़ियाल as you saw. Now घड़ियाल is found only in 2 places in India. तो अगर किसी जानवर की, किसी बर्ड या किसी प्लांट की पॉपुलेशन बहुत कम है, सिर्फ it is less than 10% than it should normally be, then they consider it as critically endangered. Critically endangered means something which is very close to extinct. कि अगर इनको protect नहीं किया गया, if these animals or birds or plants are not protected, then they will go extinct. कि ये फिर survive ही नहीं करेंगे, ये लुप्त हो जाएंगे, गायब हो जाएंगे दुनिया से. So they will go extinct after some time. A little lesser protection is provided to endangered species. Critically endangered के बाद endangered आता है. Then you have the vulnerable, you have the near threatened also, and then you have the least concerned. Least concerned basically जिनको अगर आप protect उतना नहीं भी करते, still they will keep on thriving. For example, there are many species. For example, monkeys, for example, they will be least concerned in most of normal monkeys talking about. They will be least concerned in most of the areas of our nation. So according to the protection status, according to the number or the span of area that is there, या कितना percent रह गया. For example, in plants you cannot count numbers, so they count span of area and they count percentage. They take into account percentage, and according to that these species are listed in the red data book. Any other doubts? Okay. So let's move on, and Artemis 1 mission, if you have been following newspapers regularly, this was in news recently. So basically they say that Artemis 1 launch live updates after delay, second attempt at moon mission on Saturday. So this Saturday they will be taking second attempt. जो first attempt था वो उन्होंने carry out नहीं किया. Artemis 1 had to be launched. This is NASA's moon mission. NASA का मून पे जाने का जो मिशन है, it is planned in stages. They plan कि हम पहले सिर्फ spacecraft भेजेंगे. In the first stage they will just send spacecraft, and by 2025 they will send so many missions that what they want is they want to send the first woman, पहली lady भेजना चाहते हैं वो मून पर, and first man of color. Man of color means someone who is not white to the moon. So basically ह्यूमन स्पेसक्राफ्ट बनाना चाहते हैं इंसानों को मून पे भेजने के लिए. ये आर्टेमिस मिशन है. आर्टेमिस 1 मिशन इज अनक्रूड. अनक्रूड मीन्स आर्टेमिस 1 मिशन में कोई भी इंसान नहीं भेजे गए. दैट इज एन अनक्रूड मिशन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स लर्न अबाउट द आर्टेमिस प्रोग्राम. Artemis program is a broad program started last year and it ends in 2025. So the last time NASA touched moon or NASA sent something to moon was in Apollo 17 in 1972, and एक बहुत अच्छी documentary भी है, Did We Land on Moon? This documentary questions that did NASA actually land on moon, because उस टाइम पे इतना possible भी नहीं था. Did these astronomers go to moon, and is it even true? So regardless of that, Apollo 17 was launched by NASA in 1972 when they landed on moon. Now they are planning to launch Artemis mission. It is a human spaceflight program that is being led by NASA with coordination with cooperation of different agencies. European Space Agency is also a part of this, and US के भी domestic partners हैं. There are many private firms also in the US which are into space field. SpaceX हो गया. So there are many domestic partners also. The primary goal of Artemis would be to return humans to the moon. मून पे ले जाके अर्थ वापस लाना. स्पेसिफिकली द लूनर साउथ पोल. लूनर साउथ पोल इज़ वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट, एंड मून का जो साउथ पोल है इट इज़ रिलेटिवली अनएक्सप्लोर्ड. द साउथ पोल ऑफ मून इज़ रिलेटिवली अनएक्सप्लोर्ड. दे सी दैट सिंस मून इज़ अ सैटेलाइट ऑफ अर्थ, मून का जो सिस्टम है, अर्थ मून का जो सिस्टम है, दैट इज़ वेरी मच कनेक्टेड. सो अगर हमें कुछ क्लूज मिल जाते हैं अबाउट द एलिमेंट्स विच वर प्रेजेंट एट द टाइम ऑफ बिग बैंग, या जब अर्थ बनी थी या जब और प्लैनेट्स बने थे, हमें कुछ ऐसे एलिमेंट्स अगर मिल जाते हैं उस टाइम पे, और देयर सम experiments can be carried out, then we'll understand how the universe was formed, which is a question till date. There are many theories, but abhi bhi question hai. So scientists or astrophysicists, basically what they do is from time to time they want to go to different planets, get soil from there or get some specimens from there. So south pole of moon पे बहुत सारे ऐसे secrets हो सकते हैं, बहुत सारी mysteries हो सकती हैं जो कि scientific community की help कर सकती है. So basically इसके नाम it is named after a Greek goddess. NASA's Artemis is named after the Greek goddess of the moon and she is the twin sister of Greek god Apollo. So Apollo mission first था moon के लिए, the second one is of like Apollo की जो twin sister थी, who is also the Greek goddess of moon in Greek mythology. So उनके नाम पर Artemis mission रखा है. Now Artemis has been planned like this. Artemis 1 का जो specification है, it is planned like this. I'll show you quickly. See, from here the launcher will be launched. Steps 1, 2, 3 and 4. Fourth step पर Earth के orbit में आ जाएगा. Fourth and fifth step would be about orbiting the Earth and moving out of orbit of the Earth. These all things that you can see in green is with regards to Earth. Then after the 8th point, it will cross the orbit of the Earth and it will move into the orbit of moon. Here 9 to 10, and then here it will be about orbiting into the moon. This will be the mission. So these are basically the stages. After orbiting the moon, what they plan is through stages 14 and 15, they want to land back to the Earth. Basically either splash in water hoga 17. Whenever something is landed back on Earth, they plan to land it on the water itself. Water surface पे land करने की कोशिश करते हैं because a lot of heat is there that can be absorbed. So basically ये broad सा sketch है which can tell you that what are they planning to do. Send a spacecraft to the moon, whether without human beings in Artemis 1 and properly till 2025 with human beings, and bring them back to Earth. Now what they want is that एक gateway establish कर दें. If from Earth to moon they have to go, they should be able to establish a gateway in the lunar orbit. एक gateway वो चीज़ काम करेगा that you can send a spacecraft till the gateway, and from gateway experiments can be carried out, and gateway can act as the resting spot for future astronauts. So they are planning to establish this gateway. There are very two important experiments here. दो बहुत important technologies हैं जो कि इसमें use की गई हैं. The first is space launch system, and the recent problem was in the space launch system itself. That's why जो अभी Artemis 1 mission carry out करना था वो नहीं हुआ. And the second is the Orion crew capsule. So these two is something you have to remember if in a question you are asked that these two are associated with which of the following missions या Artemis 1 के क्या parts हैं. So NASA will demonstrate the performance and capabilities of its most powerful launch vehicle. SLS is the most powerful launch vehicle of NASA. Yes. Now what is the significance? Why do they want to send people to the moon? First of all, Mars is the planet that we are very much interested in. So if we can send something to the moon, Mars will be nearer. तो moon पे development करने की कोशिश बहुत ज़्यादा है. Secondly, to reveal the mysteries of how Earth and the universe came into existence. Thirdly, to go into deep space, and fourthly, to promote industries in the United States which are associated with space activities. So basically, furthering the demand of highly skilled workforce. So these 2, 3 or 3, 4 are the significances. ये इनका basic aim है कि हम लोग अब moon पर research carry out करेंगे. So gateway, the point of gateway in the lunar orbit will be important because it will aid exploration by robots and astronauts. It is a critical component of this particular mission. These were the 4 topics which were important for this past week that has gone. Tomorrow we will take current affairs for international relations and culture with a better sound quality probably. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. Also, don't worry about the brightness of this presentation. If something is not visible or if you have missed out on something, the PDF of this lecture will be available on our Telegram channel within a few minutes. So, on our Telegram channel, Raj Malhotra IAS, at Telegram. So you will find the PDF of this entire discussion there. So you can take your own notes from by downloading the PDF itself. So don't worry about that. Okay, if there are no doubts, then let's call it a day, and I thank all of you. I'll see you tomorrow with another discussion. Take care and keep working hard.